Can you hear me, Shawn?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, we good then.
Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So again, everyone, welcome. Okay, wait a minute. Someone said they can't hear me, so let's see here. Okay, Kitty, you don't hear me?
I think you was muted at first, but I hear you now. I couldn't hear you at first.
Okay. So you hear me? Kitty, can you hear me?
It might be a little delay on the chat.
Okay, let's just give it a moment to see if she says she can hear me. Oh, all
We
right,
good.
we're good. We're good. Ha ha. Well, welcome again, Kitty. I know we have some other folks that should be showing up in just a bit. But again, for those of you that don't know me or that don't know my name is Billy Josie. I'm actually a home business entrepreneur here in the South Florida area, in the Fort Lauderdale area. I've actually been involved in the home business industry since 2010, and love the industry. Love helping people. Been in it for a while. Initially, it wasn't having any success at all until I started doing certain things. So I started this webinar to really help anyone, those that may have been in for years and may haven't had any success, and those that may are just starting in the industry to get them started on the right foot. So I came up with this great idea to have this webinar to find those that are having success right now, presently in their home-based businesses, and then allow them to share their tips on what they do to build their business. By doing that, show how they think, how they act, how they market their business, to show those the others in the home-based business industry to help them grow their business. So, without further ado, we're at like 5 minutes after. So I guess we'll get started right now. Our home business entrepreneur, who is a top earner in the industry, is a gentleman by the name of Shawn Johnson, aka King Super Doer. This dude is he is a phenom. He is consistently building his business. This guy is just amazing, but he has a heart of gold, and he loves to help other home business owners. But Shawn didn't start off as being a successful home business owner, as a top earner. He started off initially for years struggling. And that's why I wanted to have Shawn as my first guest, because he can tell you from the point of view as someone struggling in the home business owner and not having success for years, and now where he is today in his home business. And I know he'll share some tips with us. We'll go one-on-one. I'll ask him some questions. You guys can ask him some questions. And it's really going to be just a great session, just to learn something and apply what we can to become top earners in 2016. So, guys, here we have Mr. Shawn Johnson out
Can
of
you?
Virginia, right, Shawn?
Yeah, I'm in Virginia. Can you hear me good?
I hear you good. I hear you
Okay.
good. I hear you.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here in little old Richmond, Virginia, on the East Coast.
On it.
I'm probably like 2 hours away from Virginia Beach, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
depending on how
Okay.
fast you drive, about 2 hours away. But yeah, man. Look, thanks for having me here. I guess I'm the first guest. That's an honor. I appreciate that. I just want to give kudos back to you because we had seen each other on Facebook for a while, but then
Yep.
actually at an event last year, that's when we got to lock arms and connect, and then we connect with some more people, and I thought that was awesome because a lot of times, social media, you meet a whole lot of people via social media, and sometimes you
Right.
don't meet those people face to face. But I got a chance to meet you. We got a chance to chill out by the pool at a millionaire house. Just
Yes.
had a whole lot of fun and learned a whole lot of stuff from people that we really didn't think they was going to share what they were sharing, but they dropped the nuggets to us. So that was awesome. So man, again, thank you for having me here tonight.
Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. Like I said, when we connected last year in Austin, man, I just I learned so much from you, and then just seeing you develop over the past 8 months or so has
Yeah,
just
about
been
8 months.
phenomenal. It's been phenomenal, and I'm inspired by you. It's the way that you love just to give to other entrepreneurs. So I'm glad I had this chance to just come out and just have a one-on-one conversation and share with the audience some tips. So I guess I got some questions I want to start off with, and then after I finish my questions, we can probably take the audience questions if anyone has any questions as well. So, so what's your story? Why did you want to become an entrepreneur?
It's
What was your reason?
well, to be frankly with you, I really didn't want to become one. It just was thrown in my lap. I had just bought a house, and my realtor husband had just joined the company. So he called me one Friday and was like, "Hey, me and the wife, cause me and him was cool. They lived on the same block that my mom lived on, so I knew them growing up, and they actually sold me my house. So he was like, "Hey, we got I want to come by your house after church." And I was like, "Oh Lord, he didn't do church up in there, so I gotta say yeah." So I want to come by the house of church, show you something, and I done heard those words before. Show you something. I
Right.
already knew what it was when he said show you. So I said, here we go. Because I had some other friends beat my head to death about doing Amway, which I never did. But make a long story short, he came around, pulled out the computer. He went to a website, saw like a 5-minute presentation. I'm getting choked up. I saw like a 5-minute presentation of a business. Then I looked at my wife. I was like, I can do that. I was like, I can do that. And she was like, I ain't interested, but she said, I'll support you. So at that time, I think that business was like 500 a pop. So, I got the money. So I went on, and I wasn't really hurting for money. I was a police officer at the time, making good money, working for the federal government. My wife was college grad and everything, doing what she do in her business. So we was pretty cool. I didn't have a son at the time. So it was just me and her. So the money was there. So I joined, and man, I'm going to tell you, I was super excited when I joined. When I think I joined in November, and I got my first commission check in December because it was a travel business, and her uncle brought some wrestling tickets from my website, and I made a $10 commission. Now it's a small amount of money, but I was excited. I was like, well, at least I know it worked. I might have paid 500, but if I can get maybe 500 more people buy them tickets, I can get my money back. So I'm super excited. I made a sale and everything, and I was like, okay, this works. So now I need to get it out to more people. So that's when I started doing the friends and family. Man, let me tell you, I was doing like home parties with nobody come. And then when I said, okay, let me do a home party and I'm gonna give away 3-day, 2-night vacation packages, I packed the house. I was like, oh, it's something for free. But guess what? That's the only reason why they came. No one's. I think my second meeting when I did that, I had like 20 people there, and I think I gave all of them except two a little vacation certificate. No one joined. So I'm like, hold on, man, this sucks. I said, so I just got played. So that didn't stop me. I was like, what up, friends and family, whatever. So then I started going out and getting flyers, and I said, okay, let me go to Kinko's, let me run off these flyers, and while everybody at work, because I'm a police officer, so my shift is erratic. Sometimes I work night, sometimes I work day shift, but at this time when I was doing the day when I knew everybody was work, I was going around different neighborhoods who I thought had money, and I was putting flyers in their mailbox to come to the Thursday and the Tuesday business opportunity and ask for me because you're gonna be my guest.
Right.
It was, trust me, it was a waste of money. But guess what? That didn't stop me. I just had a desire to succeed. So I was like, By that time, I did sponsor a couple of people in my business just off of me just talking to a lot of people. I sponsored about 6 by this time. But the craziest thing about it, it just wasn't worth it. When I look back on some of the things, when I look at what I'm doing today and look what I did then. Oh man, I wish I could have just went into the future and say, hey, don't do this, and you'll be great. But let me continue my story, because here's where everything kind of took place that brought me online. So after beating my head, after spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on leads that you call, who say don't call me back, I'm not interested, who say what is a home business, and who probably can't even spell a home business. I was spending all that unnecessary money on leads. I was running off flyers. I was burning DVDs, we call it a drop pack. Burning DVDs. Hey, I got something I want you to see. I'm gonna come back and pick it up Friday. People never looked at it or they never returned it. So, here's what happened. One particular time, I put an ad in the paper. And think about this now. Now, you know what we do now. But think about back then, I'm putting ads in the paper. I had no clue how to even write an ad. But I was hungry enough to take the action. So I put an ad in the paper. I was getting calls, people looking for jobs. I was getting calls, people in the bathroom, hiding from their spouse, trying to pull out the credit card to sign up with me. But the thing about it, I put an ad in the paper to a town that was an hour away because my wife's father was from the area. He goes there frequently. So I said, okay, they got a little money in that town. Let me put an ad in the paper. The ad wasn't that high. I started pulling the little leads. So this one lady responded. Now think about this now. I wrote an hour to show her a business presentation. Now, you know what we do online now, but then I had no clue about this stuff. So I was hungry and I was excited. So I wrote an hour to show her a business presentation. She didn't join. I drive an hour back. So that's 2 hours out of my life, gas out of my car, and I still didn't make a commission. But guess what? I didn't stop. There's more. I got one more little story to tell you before I get into the meat and potatoes of information. But here's where the straw broke the camel's back. So our company owner was coming here locally. He was going to be in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is like 45 minutes away from me. So me and my friend Lloyd Robson, you're probably connected to her on Facebook. Me and my friend Lloyd Robson, we was in the same company. So I said, hey, I got a bright idea. Let's dress up. Let's ride up to Newport News. Let's run off some flyers at Kinko's. Let's do the color flyers because we wanted to look good. Let's run off some color flyers, and then let's go back to the outlets and let's pass off flyers. So we did. I had on my suit and tie. She was dressed up. I drove. We drive. I said, look, I'm gonna park here. You go that way, and I go this way. So she went that way. I went that way. And man, I passed off probably all my flyers except two. I remember this like it was yesterday. I passed off all my flyers except two. So I said, okay, well, I called. I said, hey, I'm on my way back to the car. I only have like 2 flyers left. So what I'm gonna do is I'll meet you as I'm passing the flyers out. So what I did was, as I was walking, I saw a couple coming. So the crazy thing about when I was reaching my hand out the hand of the flyer, the lady was like, I'm not interested before I even extend my whole arm. Man, it felt like she stuck a knife in my chest and twisted it. So I'm gonna tell you, I called Laura. I said, Laura, if we got to continue to build our business this way, I would never ever do network marketing again. Because that was painful for somebody to reject me. Didn't have a clue what I even had in my hand. She just automatically said she wasn't interested. And coming from where I was at that point, not really having a lot of success and just was hungry for success, it hurt me a little bit. It's almost like it was like a little kid. She said, "Go to your room." That's how I felt. But that took me online. That one incident right there, that took me online to learn like what are people doing to make all this money? Because I know they ain't doing what I'm doing. It's impossible. Because they'll be doing it for years and years and years, and they'll never have success. So that's what got me online, man. That was like one of my crazy stories that really brought me where I'm at today.
Wow. So let me ask you, because I know initially, as I was saying, and like you said, of course, that you were having success. Like you had a little bit of success, a little things here and there, a couple of people that joined your business. But now, not the success that you have today currently. What changed for you? I mean, what was a change? What was the thing that changed that? And maybe I don't know if you're in your mindset or what you did to change you from being that struggling entrepreneur to a successful top earner, in your home business.
Well, it was really a lengthy process, and I'm still going through it. I mean, it never stops. But I think the number one thing changed for me. I became open to the process. I became open to learning. I started reading books. I'll be honest, I'm not really a big reader today. But somebody said Mark Yarnell. I said, okay, what's the book? First Year Network Marketing. I said, I'm gonna get it. So I can pull it out now. Every now and then I just look back at it because it just gives me ideas of what people are probably going through today, and I can know how to help them approach them better. But all Mandingo. I just started reading stuff. Then I ran across some top earners, and I started listening to people like Jeffrey Combs, Todd Falcone, who've been in the industry forever and a day. I just started jumping on their calls. Won't buy no product because I ain't really had the money, but I said I can get on a free call and get some information. But in doing that process, I knew, I said, okay, now I got to put some skin in the game. Now I got to start investing more into my marketing education and my personal development and just pretty much in my business growth so I can get to that next level. Because you can do a lot of things for free, but free gonna only get you to a certain point. You got to put some skin in the game. And when you put some skin in the game, that information and knowledge that you gain from that, guess what? You can turn it around and create an income with it if you use it the right way. So just pretty much working on myself more, my mental, getting around people who were successful, just getting around positive information, and just following people, man. Just following some of the success people that we see online today. I just followed them to where they was going. I ain't do everything that they did, but I took that mentorship and I watched them, and I grew from just watching them and listening to them, and seeing what they did and doing it in my own way, and just pretty much kind of from there, just run into a lot of, because you see a lot of different things on the internet, and you got to figure out like what I'm going to watch, who I'm going to follow, and what I'm going to do. Because you can follow this person today, and next week somebody will come at you with something else, and it can be a never-ending story. So I just gravitated to like probably 4 or 5 people who I know was for real what they was doing, and I followed them to the end. And I still follow them, some same people today, and watch what they do. So I guess working on my mental set, and then just investing money into myself as far as my business growth, and just being in my marketing growth to be able to market and learn how to build my business better.
Wow. So it's something you do on a regularly invest into your education, putting money into your business on a regular, consistent basis.
Yeah, you got to do that. I mean, at one time I didn't, and a couple of things happened from that, and I gained weight because all I was doing was eating up my profits. I go to RBs. I mean, I'm being honest with you. Subway, whatever. I was just spending up the money. So then I wasn't really throwing it back into my business like I should. I was buying something here and there, but I really wasn't serious like I am now. So the money I was making, I'd be like, oh man, I got a $200 commission. Shoot, I'm gonna go Arbus, get that 2 piece, and I'm just look, I'm being transparent. That was then, but I've been honest with you, because I could look back on my receipts and be like, God damn, I made $200, but I spent 150 on fast food. Good God, what I'm doing? So I just wasn't disciplined, and didn't understand that, hey, you can make the money, but if you want the money to keep coming, you got to educate yourself more, and you got to be a resource to your target market. So once I learned how to be a resource to my target market, success kind of grew a little bit more, but it wasn't until I ran across some information and really some people in a system that my business kind of just like bam, it took off a little bit faster. And just learning that information, man. I know a lot of times people come online and they think, because they think what they do is the best product in the world. Well, guess what? Everybody don't think like that. The key to it is speaking to that particular person who's going to resonate with your message, and inside of their head, they're going to make not only a bad decision, but a decision to join you for you, and they're going to carry the flag with you to the end. Whatever business you may be doing, it can be health and wellness, it can be financial service, travel, whatever. So that was like some of the turning points with me, just gravitating to the right people, respecting the process, and then understand that I'm gonna suck before I become good. Because I really I couldn't do video back then. So one of the guys who I latched onto, I used to take his video, put it on the catcher page for me, and I market the catcher page with his video on it. And I was generating, and I didn't even know what I was doing. And I was generating like 5 to 10 leads like every other day. Then I was like, oh man, his video worked. So I'm gonna pimp this thing here, boy. So I pimped it until I got to the point I'm like, I can't keep showing his face all the time. I gotta be me now. I gotta get out there. So that's when I learned about branding, and I already kind of had a feel on building a list, but branding and pretty much being who you are. Because at the end of the day, people join people. They don't join businesses. People don't join Metaluca. People don't join Avon or Mary Kay. They join the person. the business is just the added component that has the product that also provides you a income when you sell it. So I always tell people, when I talk to people on the phone, I tell them, I say, hey, look, I said, the reason you join your business is because you respected the person on the other end of it who presented it to you. I said, they could have been selling golden toothpicks. If you feel you can make money from selling golden toothpicks, guess what? You would have joined them selling golden toothpicks. So at the end of the day, well, think about it. Now think about it. You can look in the industry today. You see some crazy products going on, but sometimes you got a figurehead that has a whole lot of influence, and if they do it, you can have other people that gonna follow. So I always tell people that's who you want to be. You want to be the business, not your company.
That's right.
You want to be the business at the end of the day. I know I kind of got off track, but yeah.
No. You brought up a good point, because I know on this webinar we have a lot of people from maybe from different companies that are, like I said, in Melaleuca, or a juice company, or a travel company, or health and wellness company, different companies. And most times when we do that, we go out, we go to our friends and family, and we're just pitching oftentimes our company. And oftentimes, even online, even on social media, you'll see it on social media. People are just pitching their company links and pitching their company pictures. But like you said, you mentioned something important, that it's all about, you being the brand. I always think about when I hear the word branding, and a simple way of explaining brand is like, you have McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. They all sell hamburgers.
Yep.
But they all different.
Yep.
They all have their own brand.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, so if you in a health and wellness company, and you're doing the same thing that everybody else doing, then you're no different from anybody else.
Exactly. And if you acting like McDonald's, then you suck, because that hamburger suck.
You're right about that.
I can do Wendy's. I can do Wendy's or Burger King, but I can't do McDonald's, man. Ugh.
Yeah, but it all comes down to their own brand. They all sell hamburgers, and all of them have lines out the world. All of them have customers, but they all sell hamburgers. They sell hamburgers and fries, but they're their own brand. You can go to some places. You got Quiznos, you got Subway. They all sell subs, but they have their own brand. So that's important. Thank you for that point. Wow. So I'm a little curious. Now that you're a top runner and you're doing well in your business, what do you do on say like a daily basis to grow and market your business?
Oh man, because I've been a little, and like I said, I'm gonna be so transparent.
I'll be real. I want the audience to hear,
look, you can see through me. I'm being so transparent. I mean, lately, because I got processes working for me. I got automation. I don't do anything. Some days I don't do anything, but if for a new person listening to me, a person who's just getting started, who may not be where I'm at today, and by far, I'm not saying I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I need to pick up my game in some areas sometimes and do a little bit more. I'm just saying, because I've been doing it for a while and I got some process working, I don't have to work as hard sometimes as the newest person. But if you're brand spanking new and you're just learning how to do this, you want to have a process. And one of my processes was when I first started having a little success and I saw how things were working, I stuck to it. I just took massive action. When I did something, when I saw it work, I said, oh, it is work. I said, okay, I'm going to do this till the wheels fall off. And I just kept doing it. But I was doing the right activities. A lot of times, some people do the same stuff over and over and over. It never yields a result, but they continue to do it. And it's just like if you never learn, I'll put it like this: if you never learn how to build your business the right way, when you join another company, you're gonna get the same exact results you had in the other company. It ain't nothing gonna change. So when you when you find people that got processes or systems that provide training, or whatever it may be, you connect to that and you stick to the process, because it ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't happening for me. I just told you a story. It ain't happening to me overnight. I stayed in the game long enough till I ran across the right people. And the funny thing about it, I rejected those same people a while before, but it was the right time for me understanding that, man, yeah, what I'm doing ain't working for real. I'm thinking it's working. You know, I'm faking it till I make it. You ever talk to somebody, be like, how your business going? Oh, everything is going well. It's hunky dory. We good. And they lying. I like to just keep it real. Things ain't going well. I mean, what are you doing that I might get benefit from, or that I see you out here? It just keep it real with yourself, and then keep it real with your business, and that way you'll be able to grow instead of being big headed and thinking, oh, Shawn don't know what he talking about. Oh, whatever. He ain't make no money. He don't know. Just be humble. I'm humble enough to know I don't know everything. And I got some mentors who know way more than me. And I humble myself and I learn from them. And I take that information I learned from them and I take it to the bank and I do some stuff with it and I create a result. So when you brand spanking new, come in and just go, oh, I can't say that word. Just come, I'm about to say a bad word, but just come in and, and
this is a PG, a G-rated show, G-rated show.
stick to the process. But I mean, take massive action and don't question it. And just be wary just understand who you getting the information from, basically. You can't get it from somebody who ain't never had a result and they tell you to do something they ain't even doing. But I mean, like I said, my process is when I first got in, man. I mean, when I first really started hitting it, I'll just tell you, I was doing video. So when I saw what I was doing was working, I said I'm gonna keep doing these until I get tired. I just kept doing them. They ain't work right away though. Here's the funny thing: they didn't work right away. And I like, I don't care, whatever. I'm gonna just keep doing it. I said, I see they doing this work. I'm gonna keep doing it. I said, I know I'm doing it right because I've been watching it. It's gaining traction. I said, well, it ain't hit yet. So I just kept doing it. Then I actually did a webinar with Norbert last night where I showed him one of my videos that had 182,000 hits. And he was like, his eyes got big, like, dude.
Like my eyes getting big.
That was all free. That was free marketing. So I say that to say this, you find a process and you stick to it. Now, you got Snapchat, you got Twitter, you got Facebook, you got LinkedIn, you got Periscope, you got Instagram, you got all these different platforms out there. And where I see a lot of people go wrong at is they try to learn everything when they come out. Like right now, it's a Snapchat fever going on right now. Everybody getting Snapchat. Guess what? I don't even got a Snapchat account. Why? Because I don't care about Snapchat. That ain't what I want to do right now. I'm mastering. Everybody going left, I'm going right. So while they learning Snapchat, I'm getting better with my YouTube videos. I'm getting better with emailing my list. I'm getting better with blogging. So, because those are the true things that would never change. Snapchat could change all day, but me communicating with you through email ain't gonna change. Because I'm gonna be speaking to you. Me doing a video, you seeing me, ain't gonna change. That's not like a new tool or anything. Me doing a blog, that's why all those three components right there, a blog, building an email list, and doing video, they can make you a whole lot of money if you know exactly who you talking to and you got a solution to that problem. Okay?
Wow. So I hear you, and I know you mentioned a lot about automation. You mentioned a lot about learning how to do videos. You mentioned learning about having a process. Did you learn all this all of this process at YouTube over time, or where did you learn all of this stuff? Where'd you learn it from?
Can we say the name of stuff on here? Can we call our companies and stuff like that? That's cool.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I learned all of it. It was a couple of things I was in, but I mean, what gave me the foundation, the information, and the know-how was my lead system pro, which I do today, MLSP. I mean, that has hours upon hours upon. They got trained to go all the way back to 2008. I mean, some of that 2008 training is relevant too if people dig back there and check it out, especially when they were doing the live calls, calling leads. See, a lot of people like, Shawn, how you be closing so many people? I said, because y'all don't pick up the phone. I do. That's the difference. I said, I talk to people when they want to talk to me. Because if you calling me, I'm already in the driver's seat. You calling me, I ain't calling you. So when they call me, I already know how to talk to people on the phone because I already know what their problem is because I used to be them. I said a live training the other night. I said, market to the person you used to be. If you used to be the struggling person, you know what it felt like to struggle and scramble and not make a sale in 5 months, and then when you get one, I mean, it's like you thought you were on top of the world. You know who that person was. I did. So I know what they're going through when they contact me. I know this probably their ninth business. They never made even $100 if you add all their income together. This probably their first time somebody picking up the phone, because every site they went to put in their name and phone number, no one ever called them. This probably their first time where they actually got a product, where they got a result from it, but they don't know how to market it and share with other people, and they constantly still beating up the same people that they beat up 2 years ago when they was in another company. So I used to be that person. So when I can share with them my stories and share with them, hey, it's a better way. You can do this. It's just you can do this if you're willing. For one, if you're willing to invest in yourself. Matter of fact, I had a lady hit me up the other day. She saw my information and she was like, "Oh, I thought it was free. I'm good." She said, matter of fact, I don't have much time on my hand now. My business so successful. Now I already knew that was a lie. I just let her talk her way into a hole. But I mean, people are so, what's the word I'm looking for? People don't want to invest, man, in themselves. If you can't invest in yourself, who are you going to invest? What you going to invest in? That's the number one thing that's going to get you to the next level. First, it always going to start. It's three things you got to do. Get this right. Then once you get your head right, because I can show you all types of marketing techniques and skill sets that you can use to get leads. But the day you think you ain't going to have success with it, guess what? You're absolutely right. It ain't going to work. So once you get this right, this gonna make you unstoppable, because when you failing, when you not generating leads, when you ain't made a commission in a year, when you ain't made a sign nobody up in 2 years, you still gonna have the willpower to go, because it's all up here. Hey, my day coming. I ain't gonna give up. Let me keep going. See, the person who don't build this, time that cousin said, no, I ain't doing that scam. They be like, man, I'm gonna quit this. Don't nobody want to do it. You ain't talking about one person. That was your cousin. They ain't everybody in the world. So you got to build this and get around like-minded people. Like when we went to the mastermind in Austin, we was around like-minded people. Wasn't nobody negative. Wasn't nobody saying, "Woe is me, I ain't made no money yet." Even if they did make none, you wouldn't have known it, because everybody was fellowship. We was sharing ideas. We was coming together, and we had an awesome weekend. So you want to get around people. You don't even have to be in the same business. You can get around people, a community of people who have a common goal, and y'all sharing fellowship and leadership skills and marketing techniques and just stuff that can help each other grow. That's what you want to be around. It don't always got to be about your company. Sometimes you want to get outside your company atmosphere. You want to get into a whole new atmosphere and hear stuff from a different angle. And sometimes it's coming to you. It might be the same information, but it's coming to you in a whole different way. You might can receive it better than it coming from your inner circle that you're already in. So yeah, man. Shoot, I remember them days, man. But you gotta stick to the process, and you gotta be willing to grow. That's the number one thing. If you can accept growth, and you can accept, sucking before you become good, you're gonna suck before you become good. That's gonna happen. Ain't no way around that. You're gonna be bad before you become good. But if you can accept that, and you can educate yourself, and you get around the right people, you get around the right information, and you start applying it, and you start growing, and you start failing forward. Listen to what I'm saying. Failing forward. You're gonna fail. It's a process. You will fail, but if you fail forward, then guess what? That's success right there, because you're failing forward to your success. You're taking action where the other person may not be even taking action. My number one style, I like to say, you don't got to get it right, but you got to get it going. I mean, you don't got to get it. Whatever you're doing, it ain't got to be right. It ain't got to be perfect, but you need to do something. Because if you don't do nothing, you're gonna stay stagnant. If you do something, you ain't gonna let grass grow under your feet. That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I know you touched on it about marketing, because a lot of people get involved in our industry, the home business industry, network marketing or internet marketing or direct sales, and they don't know how to market. So that marketing, or learning how to properly market your business, whether it be friends and family, or whether it be on social media, online, any kind of way, is important. I think, did you notice that once you learn how to properly market your business, that you started to see a lot more change once you started to develop like different skill sets in marketing. That's
Yeah,
where you started having more success in your business as well.
yeah, because I wasn't a slave to a local meeting anymore. I wasn't a slave to a conference call. I wasn't a slave to going to the mall saying, "Do you keep your business options open?" I wasn't that slave anymore. So I was a slave to that in the past because that's all I knew. So I didn't know about getting on the computer and doing stuff. And then when I did find out about the computer, I was doing it totally wrong. Just like I was trying to send you my email earlier. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't send it to you because I've been blocked on Facebook. That's from years ago. That's why I couldn't send it to you because it got blocked because I was doing stupid stuff back in the day. And I had that email for a long time. That's why I was trying to type it out to you the long way. I can't if I typed it to you the regular way, like I typed the email address, it'll come up
Yeah.
red saying this is blocked. So that's the I'm glad you brought it up. That's one of the reasons marketing is important because I was doing stupid stuff and didn't know what I was doing and was getting blocked and my email got flagged on Facebook when I first came on because I was trying to picture everybody and their uncle to get in what I was doing. I just didn't know. But I mean, once you learn how to market, I don't care what you do. Once you learn how to market, you can join 9 different companies. And guess what? You're going to get some results because you already know what to do. You already know who to target. You already know, put it this way. It's almost like when you learn how to ride a bike, it don't matter what kind of bike you ride. You can ride any type of bike, whether it's a Huffit, whether it's what a swing. You can ride any type of bike. So just like with marketing, once you learn how to market, you can do any business. It don't matter what business you do. But see, you can tell the people that don't know how to market because they join one company and then they don't get no results. Then they join another company, don't get no results. Then they join another company, still don't get no results. And guess what? They never learn a skill. They never learn how to attract those people or build their list, or they're just too stubborn to follow the process. So then they become a pawn to leaders, or if you want to call these people leaders. Well, I ain't gonna bash nobody, but when people, you ever saw some top earners join a company and then they like, hey, we join XYZ company next week. We're gonna leave this one behind because this is better. No, it ain't that it's better. They got paid to join, and then they're asking you to follow them. And if you're not confident in yourself, or if you don't got no, how can I put it? Sometimes you got loyalty to people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You just want to follow them. But a lot of times people follow people because they don't believe in themselves. So wherever they go, they're gonna go because they feel they're gonna be the breadwinner for their business. I was talking to a friend. She was mentioning something about a marketer who was doing a business, and the girl wanted to join him because she felt that she was gonna have more success joining him. But let it be known, ain't nothing changed because he still ain't gonna do the business for you. You still got to be the one to do the work at the end of the day. So that results was
At
the
the end of the
same.
day.
So you don't become a pawn to the system when you learn how to generate leads. You won't. It's like this. I was talking. I got a whole lot of stories. I was talking to a gentleman last night, and he found me through the internet, and we was talking about generating leads. He saw what I was promoting. He said it was too much, and then in his second breath, he said, "Well, I'm going to buy leads from my company." Now I thought in my head, I said, "When your company become a marketing agency, they got a product and a service, but when they start selling leads, I said they got you. Because I'm like, now they're selling you leads. You don't know where the leads come from. You don't know how they survey the leads to get the leads. You don't even know if the leads your target market. You can spend hundreds of dollars to call people who probably ain't interested in what you have. And even if they do join, guess what? The company just got a double whammy on you because they sold you the leads. Then you got that person, and that person signed up in the company. So I said, why are you buying leads? Buying leads to me is ridiculous. Now, and network marketing to me is ridiculous. If you're doing other stuff, yeah, it might work. But in network marketing, the best lead is a lead who find you or connect to you for you based on what you were sharing. That's the best lead in the world. And those leads right there will sign up with you all day long because they found you or they connected with you for you, and it wasn't no cold connection. It was a warm connection. That's just my 2 cents. That's how I look at as far as generating leads and paying for leads and stuff like that. I don't suggest nobody do that, but hey, to each his own.
Right. Now I hear you talk about a lot about, like you said, generating leads, marketing online. And I heard you talk about a system that we both use called
Mhm.
MLSP. Uh, what do you say to someone that's probably that's doing offline stuff. Like they're doing their friends and family, they're doing home parties, doing all these things offline. Uh, can this help them grow their business as well? Or I mean, do you think? I mean, someone that's not even has even done online marketing for their business, can it help them grow their business to a higher level in 2016?
Yeah, it definitely can, because here's the thing, and I have this conversation all the time with people I talk to, especially if you have a job. Think about it. If you have a job, you're on at least 8 hours a day, unless you work part-time. But let's just assume you work 8 hours a day. So 8 hours a day, that's 8 hours out of your day where people don't even know your business exists if you're not doing online marketing. They don't know you exist for 8 hours. So after you get off, now you out in the public space and talking to people and sharing your opportunity, things like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because that stuff still do work. If it works for you, continue to do it. I'm not telling you to stop. Continue to do it, but add online into your life, because it's going to give you leverage. So while you're sleeping, people are seeing your business. You're giving presentations in your sleep. I think today alone I gave, I don't want to lie, about 15. Last time I checked, I think 15 presentations. Now, I ain't do it verbally myself. I generated 15 leads who saw a video of what I was promoting. And the video did all the closing and the sorting for me. So either I'm going to see a sign up, or they're going to call me, or they're going to email me with more questions, or they're going to stay on my list until they make a decision in their head that, hey, they want to do one or three things that I just mentioned. So you need leverage. Like if I'm in Virginia and you and bro, you in Florida, right?
Florida. Yep.
Yeah. So how can Billy recruit me in Virginia and he in Florida if he never get online? He can't. He got to either drive up here and hang out for 2 weeks and hope to meet me, or I mean, or he got to find somebody up here. He got to get somebody up here for himself to do the recruiting for him. You got to have leverage, especially if you're dealing with a global business. If you here, you can't respond to nobody in Istanbul. If you right here in the States, they got to find your information online. So online gives you leverage. It gives you the ability to connect to millions and billions of people, especially when you look at Facebook. Even though people don't come to Facebook to join a business, people come to Facebook to socialize. But look how a lot of us network marketers and affiliate marketers, home-based business owners leverage the platform, just like with YouTube videos. You can leverage that. I mean, there's so many different things you can leverage online. The key things you want to leverage online that I think is video and blogging and a couple of social media platforms like maybe Facebook. And really, I'm not an Instagram person. I do a little bit on, but Facebook is mostly the one I use. I can't even stand Twitter. If I'm gonna do Twitter, it's gonna be strictly automation. I can't Twitter move too fast, but I mean, you wanna put it this way, and I'm gonna bring it home with this. This is gonna sound so simple,
Okay.
and this is what I tell people when I talk to them. This gonna be the cream of the crop. It's three things about your business. You need to brand yourself. You need to build a list so you can communicate with that list, and you need to be blogging. So when you look at that, you want to become the target of your company. You want to become the Victoria's Secret of your company. You want to become the Foot Locker of your company. Here's what I mean. When you go to them, think about a store that you've been to recently, or maybe a couple of months ago, whatever, that when you went to the counter, they say, can we get your email address to put you on our rewards card? You say, sure, it's free. So they give you something for free, rewards,
Right.
but you got to get some information. So you give it to them. Great. So now, over a course of time, they're sending you promotional emails to your email address. And you trust them because you already know who they are. You've been watching, you see their commercials. So this is getting back to video. Doing video, people see you, they feel like they know you already. So you
Yep.
trust them. So now they send a promotion and the light bulb go off. You like, oh man, it's Christmas time. I don't got time. I can go online and buy this real quick. Oh, they got a 50% sale off. If I click this link and I put in the code, they put in my email. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get this hoodie for my brother, so Mr. Chicago Bell hoodie or whatever. So I get it. So think about that. They captured my information and they promoted to me. They gave me a rewards card. They're gonna give me so many points on my purchase. So that's something they give it to me in return, exchange for my information. And now they're promoting to me different sales and things that they have. So when you look at your business, same thing. You offer a solution, you capture that information, you get them the solution. whether it's a PDF, a report, a video, or audio, or whatever, and then you offer them a bigger solution on the end, whether it's your network marketing company, a system you promoting, or whatever. Maybe they don't buy, but guess what? You don't care because now they're in your order responding where you're communicating with them over time until the light bulb goes off in their head that they want to buy, purchase from you, or call you, or connect with you to see exactly how this can benefit what they're doing. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Here's where a lot of people on the internet fail when they just rely so much on social media. Then you want a blog. What a blog does is pretty much is your home. So if you don't have a blog, you're homeless on the internet because if Facebook shut down, if Instagram shut down, if all these different Snapchat, all these different social media sites shut down, you probably gonna have some people committing suicide because they ain't gonna know what to do. They just don't know what they lost now. So having a blog allows you not only to brand you, but it allows you to cultivate a community and share your experiences, your stories, your expertise about your products and services, and build that community around you based on that platform. So now you own the content, you can sell stuff from the content, you can build a community from the content, and they can be like your home base right on the internet, like a little house right on the internet with you on it. And when people searching stuff, if you learn all the information for us SEO that we teach inside our system, then you can start ranking. Just imagine if somebody Google, say you was an Amway, and somebody Google Amway Lysol or something like that, I don't know, and you did a blog post on 5 reasons why you want Amway Lysol, and your blog post popped up. They read it, and at the end of the blog post, you gave a call to action to buy it, and then you check your email, you just earn a commission. You be like, oh man, let me tell you why it worked, because I did a blog post this 6 years ago about drop cards. And at least twice a month, I get 2 sales. I get 2 sales twice. Well, that's twice a month. At least every month, I get 2 sales. So somebody finding it. They had to find it. And so when I get the 2 sales, I laugh. And then I share it on Facebook. I be like, I'm gonna share it again. I'm gonna share it since I got 2 sales. Maybe somebody else go buy something from it. But yeah, those are 3 things you want to do: brand yourself, build a list, communicate with that list, and then have a blog where you can pretty much build your community around what you're doing in your vision. So and just look at it like I said, Foot Locker, Target, those stores do it all day. They do it to you all day. You just want to do it to people with your business based on what they're looking for. You become the solution to that problem.
Right. So it's from what I'm hearing to you, and I know we're talking about the system that we use to learn internet marketing to market our business through our own blog and different, through social media and SEO and all that stuff, MLSP. Do you think that that's probably the number one tool for somebody that wants to become a top earner, someone that wants to add automation, that someone that wants to add, like you said, leverage to their business, their home-based business?
I think it is a very awesome system and one of the top systems, not the top system on the internet. I know I could be I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm just being real. But because a lot of things come out and they push money. They push make money. Even though you can make money at the system, we're not an income opportunity. We are a marketing platform geared towards not only network marketing, affiliate marketing, or home-based business, but we also geared to people like realtors, plumbers, people who just want to learn how, because at the end of the day, marketing is marketing.
Right.
I mean, if you're a lawyer, you want to be seen, right? If you're a plumber, you want to get business, right? So marketing is marketing. Just Google, get on the computer when we get out this hangout and Google plumber in your local area. You're going to find somebody that's going to have a blog that's a plumber, or Google pest control in whatever city you live in. Look on the first page of Google, and once you see a blog, you're going to laugh. You're going to be like, he know what he's doing. And I can almost guarantee you on that blog, he's asking for your contact information. Why? Because he want to database you. And when he got a sale going on where he catching rats for half price off, I said rats. He catching rats for half price off. You go call him if you got rats, because you want to come and catch your rats, and you go pay half price off. So just Google that. Google whatever. Google anything in your area that deal with customers, and watch it. Whoever you see at the front with a blog or with some type of page where they're giving you a lot of information, of value, but they also asking for your information, they know marketing. So My Lead System Pro is an awesome system even for the novice person. I mean, for anybody who's looking to learn how to not only brand themselves, but learn how to cultivate a community and generate leads who come with credit card in hand. And it's crazy, man, because I'm gonna tell you, before I knew all this stuff, I was chasing friends and family, beating my head up against the wall. A couple of strangers did join me because I worried them to death. But once I figured out how I could talk to you right here, matter of fact, let me get my phone. How I could talk to
Okay.
you right here. Let me see if I generate any leads and things since I've been talking to you. Uh, but how I could talk to you, and we just kicking it and sharing information and wisdom, and I can generate leads. And I generated, let's see, 2 leads. I just got two. But leads, I mean, it's 2 leads that I ain't had before we start talking. So leads
Wow.
is leads. So I mean, this business, man, it's just all about getting around the right people and getting in the right on the right platform that's gonna really help you grow. And I know with my lead system pro, man, it helped me grow a lot. Like I said, I'm about to be L5. I think when we connected, I was L3. That's big, that's big talk in the system because I mean you realize they're doing some work helping people and helping yourself. And with so much training on here, man, with so much marketing training, and just there's so much stuff you can learn. Cause see, I see people, man, they constantly do the same thing over and over and over and over. And when you present the information to them, they look at you like you're a vampire. They hold up the cross like, no, I ain't, no. When I'm like, I don't care if you don't learn this, you never gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. How you expect to become a five, 10,000, $20,000 monthly income earner, or whatever, or at least make some. How you expect to make more money on your business than on your job if you never educate yourself in how to do it the correct way? You can't just go off of what you think is right. You can't. So if you see somebody like me, I wasn't having all this success some years ago. I was scrambling too. I was robbing. I wasn't robbing Peter. I was robbing Jack to pay Paul. I wasn't robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was robbing Jack to pay Paul. Look, I
Not
put
Jack.
Jack up in the mix. Jack got up in the mix. I mean, because I wasn't making no money. I was making money, but guess what? That money went right back to auto ship. So I was like breaking even. And if you added up how many hours I did in a month based on what I made, I probably made 2 cents an hour. If you do the
Wow.
configurations, I wasn't making no money. I was spending more money than I was making, going to different, but I started spending money in the right places. And because I did, then I started learning stuff. I'd be like, just like when we was at the event, we was learning stuff like, oh, okay, stuff you can't always get. So you get around the right people who open up the curtains and be like, look, you doing this? Have you checked this out? You should be doing this. Do it this way. Especially when they got more success than you. Sure, you want to be a sponge. You want to soak all that stuff up. So
Exactly.
again, not only the system is awesome. Matter of fact, we got another event coming up in August where we're gonna link up again in Austin, Texas. Have some
Hot
fun.
Austin.
It's gonna be awesome, man. But if you're watching this, just to get to the meat and potatoes, if you're watching this and you truly are looking for a way to be able to generate more leads, sponsor more reps, and make more money in your business, even if they don't join you, that's all I'm
That's
gonna
right.
say. You probably be like, well, how can I make money if they don't join me? You can. Trust me. And it's called, I'm not gonna throw too much knowledge at y'all because I don't want to confuse you, but Google funded proposal or get back with Billy and ask them to see some information on what a funded proposal is. And if more people understood that, and if more people exercise that in their business, man, they'll make way more money than what they're making. They just don't
Wow.
they just don't understand what it is. Once you figure out what it is, put it this way, and I ain't bragging, and I'm just saying this because Billy saw this is on my Facebook page. I made 25,000. I'm shy of making $25,000 before anybody even joined my network marketing company. Now think about that. Before they joined my network marketing company, I ain't said when they joined. I said before they joined it. So if you can make that much money before they join you, like one of my business partners that made 6 figures before anybody joined her network marketing company.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we ain't telling you no lies, but it always comes from being a solution to people
Solutions.
problems.
That's
Become that
right.
solution.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So guys, I mean, you've heard it. You've heard from Shawn Johnson giving some great tips. If you're looking for a better way to build your business in 2016, if you want to be on the road to becoming a top earner in 2016, or if you've been in the home business industry and just want to go to the next level, or want, like Shawn was saying, some leverage, some automation to have people coming to you asking you about your business, then he definitely recommends MLSP. I definitely recommend MLSP as a solution, as probably the number one solution. And like I said, I'm probably being a little, because I'm part of the system. Shawn's part of the system, but it has been that difference maker in helping our businesses grow, and of course, help Shawn become a top earner in this industry today. So you probably see it on your screen. Take the trial. It's only $10. You can try it out. For some reason you don't like it, you get your $10 back. But it's definitely a solution to helping you become a top earner here in 2016. So, Shawn, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
want to
Yeah,
check.
I enjoyed this, man.
I want to check real quick to see if we have any questions. So, guys, if you have any questions at all for Shawn before we get off here, let us know. It should be on the left-hand corner. There should be like a little question mark. You can hit the question in there, and if you have a question for Shawn, let us know. Ask it, and we'll ask Shawn any questions. I may jump in if it's something I can help with as well. But if you got any questions, guys, let us know. If not, we're going to close it down. I want to thank you all for coming out. Shawn, again, I want to thank you for coming out, man, to this first How to Become a Top Earner in 2016 in any home business, man. I really appreciate you being here and giving the folks, my audience, some great tips, man.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Thank you.
I done made history. I was on the first one.
You made history, man. You were the first one.
They
But
gonna be like,
when
you
I thought
remember?
about
They
it,
gonna be
I was
like,
like, you know
they
what?
gonna be like, you remember Billy did his first webinar? Now look at him now. He in the Coliseum selling out seats. I'm gonna be like, I was the first one.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, I'm saying it, Kitty, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. She says it sounds like MLSP and blogging is the ticket,
And don't forget video.
and
Don't forget
video,
that.
Kitty, and video.
Yeah, even if you're afraid to show your face, you can do it where they don't even have to see you. All they do is hear your voice, and that
That's
makes you
right.
comfortable. Because it's still almost like the same thing. They hear you, so they resonate with your message. If you sharing, whatever you sharing based on that niche or market that you're targeting.
That's right. That's right. So, Shawn, I'm looking here. I don't see any questions here at all. I guess, man, you were so good, man, that I didn't see any questions here.
Now I
Nice
know some.
to,
Look, I said this on one of my webinars. There's always one person in the class that when you're ready to go home, they got a question. So who that one person? I know it's one person on this webinar. They got one question. And when I look, and the funny thing, when I said it on my webinar, somebody did pop up. So
somebody
who
did pop
on here?
up.
Yeah, they popped out and asked a question. So I know you got one person on here that got a question. I can't believe them about how. One thing I know is somebody was on here and they were sharing some stuff and they asked me, "Do I got any questions?" I'm sure I'm gonna ask them something. Shoot, so I'm asking something that I can gravitate with and take it with me and use it. But hey, can't make people
No
ask
one
for
has
knowledge
any
that they don't
questions.
want.
If no one has any questions, Shawn, any closing thing, anything you want to share with the people on here on how to become a top earner here in 2000? Any closing thing you want to share before we go?
Yeah, one thing I would say, I was like, don't trust us, trust the system. I mean, hey, let the system speak for itself. It's going to show you the way, and with our guidance, or with Billy guidance, or whatever you decide to do. I mean, $10, you spend $10, you spend more than that when you go to Starbucks and get a coffee and a brownie. That's about 13, $14. So just $10 for 10 days. Like I tell people, it's a $10 today try. If you like it, keep it. If you think you don't like how I talk, or I like Chicago Bulls and you like the Boston Celtics and you don't want to work with me no more, cancel. We grown folks at the end of the day. But one thing I tell you, if you never learn them skill sets, if you never learn how to market, if you never learn how to talk to people, if you never learn how to communicate and have people coming to you asking you for information, you're gonna always be a pawn to the system. You're gonna always be a pawn to a hotel. And I ain't saying they're wrong, but you're always gonna be a pawn to going to all the hotel meetings, doing all the three-way calls, chasing people, keep asking people over and over again that you asked last week. Hey, you look at the presentation, yeah? You don't want to be bothered. That stuff get old quick. So you want people coming to you, asking you for information, which puts you in the driver's seat. But it all comes to investing in your marketing education. And once you invest in your marketing education, guess what? All that money you invest in, you're gonna make that right back because now your skill set is higher than what it was. And no matter what you do, no matter what you join, no matter what you promote or sell or get involved in, you're gonna know exactly what to do, and you can come in blazing. When your competition just started and they don't really know what to do, you already know what to do. You're like, oh, I know. Let me get my capture page straight. I already know who I'm talking to. Let me do this. Let me throw some content on. Let me go ahead and do me a webinar like Billy doing. Let me grab an audience. Let me do some periscopes. Let me do some Twitters. Let me do some video and talk to the people that I resonate with. Once you do that, trust me, you got all these different antennas up. You got blogs up. You got Google Hangouts going. You got videos working while you sleeping. Then you gonna be like, hey, Shawn, it was right. Cause now I got people calling me who I can't even pronounce where they from, and now they're asking me about my business. So trust me, and the thing about it, once you get that first person to join you without even
Right.
calling you, then you're
Right.
gonna know what I said worked. You're gonna know the process works.
Yeah.
The most beautiful
Man.
thing is to get somebody to spend money with you and they ain't even call you. Or
Yep.
they don't even,
Beautiful thing.
they just pull out the credit card.
That's
Because
right.
apparently your message resonated with them and you did an awesome job. So they was open to what you had, and now you got somebody on there who will follow you, and all you gotta do is be a guiding light to help them succeed. That's it.
That's right. Well, Shawn, King Super Doer, man, again, I so much appreciate you, bro, for coming on and giving some good tips, helping the people see how to be a top earner in 2016 in any home business. Man, when we go back to Austin, I owe you a fish sandwich from that place we ate at. That had a
Oh, I know
good
what you're talking about. That one on the corner.
the one on the corner.
Yeah, that one on the corner. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we did eat
Man,
that.
thank you
Yeah,
so
that was
much,
right.
man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you, man. Have a good night. I know we'll be talking to you soon, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. All right, everybody, y'all take care.
All right. Good night, everyone, and thanks for coming. And we'll see y'all next week where we have another top earner. Who will it be? We shall see.
Uh-oh, I'm
Y'all
gonna
have a good night. God bless y'all.
over that one too. All right, bro, take care.
All right, Shawn. Thank you, sir.
All right.